What's up, everybody? We got a huge episode of Creature Commandos this morning on top of that Superman trailer that we've just gotta dive into. But before we get into my breakdown, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any videos throughout the week. Now let's get into the episode. The episode gets going as the Commandos leave Pakistan and Flag's time with the princess comes to an end, but I still think she's Clayface, who we saw in the preview trailer at the end of the episode. It would just make everything between the pair all the more hilarious, and also still hoping for that Waller backdoor deal in this story. Anyway, Economos makes his return this week and he just can't catch a break from anybody. Everywhere he goes, dude is just getting dogged on. But the team returns while he's getting torched by Elizabeth, Betty Bates, Weasel's lawyer, and Frankenstein is also in the States, hovering over Belle Reve on his stalker shit, adding Rick Flag Sr. to his hit list. But before he can get messed up by the monster, he's got to go interrogate Cersei with Waller. Not only was this a phenomenal scene for the great Viola Davis voicing Amanda Waller, one of the greatest castings in the history of comic book projects, but it was also rich with teases to the future of the DCU. We got the full future vision from Cersei, and the team will obviously disrupt this future, at least I think that's how it's gonna go, but we saw Gorilla Grodd by Cersei's side, Judo Master and Vigilante from Peacemaker, the Trinity, that's Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl, Supergirl, Robin, I'd assume this is Damian Wayne since he's going to be the DCU's Robin, then Booster Gold, and this one, it's kinda not super clear, but you can kinda see the booster highlights in there. Then Peacemaker, we saw that one before. Starfire, same thing. Captain Atom, although this was kind of a better look here, and I think I can confirm that's Captain Atom now. Then Mr. Terrific, and finally, Blue Beetle. The only one I'm not 100% sure about is this man in the red suit, and I believe it's a red suit. I'm like 99.99999% sure it's a red suit with the blue accessories. That part I'm pretty certain on. In my mind, it goes to the Atom, especially because of the shade of blue in this suit. But let me know if you think it's someone else, because I did have the thought, could it be a black suit? Maybe this is Nightwing, Dick Grayson, already established in Bloodhaven, of course, with Damian Wayne being Robin. So I'm not sure. I see blue in there for sure, but let me know down in the comments below who you think it is. Then, this episode, titled Chasing Squirrels, featured Weasel's backstory, which we started to get into here. He's essentially getting his day in court, but it's with the fans because Amanda Waller, she don't care what a court has to say. We see his first interaction with these kids that he's been accused of killing, and he's nothing more than a pet for them to play with. But then it cuts back to Belle Reve, and he eats a picture of one of the kids. It's James Gunn at his best. He's going to pull on your heartstrings, and then he'll ease that tension with some laughter. But he also continued showing off his versatility with the character of Amanda Waller. Cersei really got under her skin with that look into the future, which could potentially set up the entire DCU in and of itself, with Waller on a warpath. Potentially is a key word, though. I don't think that's going to happen. We also got another tease of Wonder Woman as Flag treats the mascara like a myth, but Economos confirms its existence, almost like they've met one of them, other than Cersei, obviously. Then, inside Belle Reve, we got cameos from Nosferatu, who appears with Kungorilla. Now, in the comics, she has affiliation with apes, but they're from where she's from, the Wildlands. She's got her cave there, and she comes from a precursor of Project Cadmus, Project Morrow. But Cadmus is the important thing because Morrow happens in like the 1940s. Cadmus, it's present day with ties to Lex Luthor, of course, as well as creating Superboy, which that's Superman and Lex's DNA, which I could kind of see that happening in the DCU, with Gunn recently saying his Lex Luthor is the world's smartest man. Anyway, Waller is sending the team back to Pakistan after seeing what Cersei showed her, and Flag is trying to warn the princess of the incoming attempt on her life. But Waller's knee-jerk reaction to the vision is a great, subtle move by Gunn to imply she has relationships with some of those heroes she just saw slaughtered in her vision. If that was the intention, just incredible world building by Gunn. Like, I could be wrong about this, but I believe I'm correct in saying that in the comics, Waller and Captain Atom have some connection through Project Cadmus. So if you come back to what I just said about her having relationships with some of these heroes, the DCU really starts to come together, and I think Gunn cooks something special. Then, as Rick Flag Sr. is trying to save his girl, he's attacked by Frankenstein, who's of course after him because he thinks he's the bride's new guy. This was an amazing fight with the funniest music playing over the top of it that ends in the two bonding, which seemingly is going to lead to them teaming up to probably save the princess from the commandos. The episode closed with the team back on their Osprey and Weasel's dreaming about chasing squirrels. Well, actually, he's remembering his tragic past, which is revealed here. Those kids we saw him playing with earlier, they continue doing their innocent thing. They're not harming anybody, neither is Weasel, but this old dude and the cops are so perplexed by the creature that is Weasel that they let kids die in order to apprehend him. I already said it, but this episode right here is James Gunn truly working at his finest. And I mean that too. This was far and away the best episode of the show so far. In fact, it's the first great episode this show has had. The Weasel flashbacks were not only strong, but unlike some other flashbacks in this show, they didn't cripple the flow of the episode, and that was huge. But overall, every storyline was firing on all cylinders this week. And so that'll do it for my breakdown of the fourth episode of Creature Commandos. I love that we can get an episode that's so great on its own while still managing to set up the greater universe for nerds like me who want to dive into that stuff all day, every day. Which, speaking of, don't forget to catch my reaction to the Superman trailer on the channel and make sure you have a great day.